DNSFilter setup tutorial. Hello and welcome to our channel. On this video I'm going to show you how you can set up DNSFilter. So please watch till the end to properly understand the tutorial. And to create an account on DNSFilter, you could also use my affiliate link below the description where I earn a small commission at no additional cost to you. And by using the link you may also get some discount or rewards upon sign up. But before that, if you don't know what is DNSFilter, it is a cloud-based, AI-driven service that focuses on DNS-level web filtering and threat protection, in which it distinguishes itself by employing machine learning algorithms to analyze and categorize domains in real time rather than relying on static databases of URLs. And this approach allows DNSFilter to provide dynamic content filtering and robust security against various online threats, including malware, phishing, and botnets. And now to create an account on DNSFilter, you could also click the link in the description, or alternatively, you could also click the free trial button on the top right corner to proceed, in which upon clicking on it, you'll automatically be directed on this page right here. So from here, all you need to do is simply fill out all of this required information, including your first name, last name, your phone number, your email, password, or you could also sign up using your Google account in here. After signing in, you will be directed on this page, and in this pop-up window, just click this Get Started button. And upon clicking on it, it will show in here the question, what type of network would you like to protect? Let's say I'm going to choose this internet service provider, but you could also choose different guide in it. And just enter here the name of your organization. And after that, just click the submit button below here to proceed. And choose how many users are you servicing. I'm going to enter or select 1 to 100. And after that, just enter here your answer. Is there anything special you'd like to tell about your use case? But this is just only an optional, so you can simply click this complete account setup. Then below, you can now click the guide tour button below here. Now from here, it will show you a variety of options that we can start navigating, including on the left side panel, such as the overview, the policies. But under this, deployment options right here. So when you click on it, it's basically the area where you can add your locations and users to your account. So from here, just click this sites button to proceed, and you will automatically be directed in here, in which it will show you the list of your website or your first network in here that you can set up. And to do that, kindly click this your first network button, and upon clicking on it, below here, just simply enter the name of your network, the address. You can choose either the latitude and longitude, or just simply enter here the location of your address. But for instance, under this name, I'm going to enter Google Building Wi-Fi. And after that, below here, you could also choose your policy, block pages, and also you can even select your host names in here, or even your external ID below here, but that is just only an optional. And to proceed, click this update button. And after clicking it, you'll now be able to see here that it has now been updated. And also from here, you can navigate the category such as disactive, inactive, and all site. And you can even import the CSV. But to add more network, just click this add button and just again fill out all of this required information below here to proceed. Now going back in here, aside from navigating the deployment sites section, you could also navigate on the left side panel this policy section by simply clicking here. You will automatically be directed on this page where you could also filter your policy or to create your own policy in here. To do that, and click this your first policy button. Then you will be directed in here, or you can simply enter the name of your policy in here. And aside from that, you could also navigate the categories on the top panel. But firstly, we're going to name our policy, including, for example, local policy. Moving on to these categories, you could also add the categories highlighted below that you want to block in this policy. Peer blogs and personal sites, business, adult content, hacking and cracking, P2P and illegal, terrorism and hate, and many more. While under the safe search, from here you could also block all search engines not supporting safe search, or even enforce YouTube restricted mode. So you can simply toggle on and off in here. Now moving on to the threats section, from here it will show you some of the block and allow, and one of the forbidden or block in here is this crypto mining. So all people who are connected to your site cannot crypto mine using your network. So that is basically one of the purpose of DNSFilter, to protect your own network. Now moving on to this appware, by simply clicking on it, you'll be able to see here that you could also block some other applications, including a business application, cybersecurity for ecosystem applications, file sharing, and financial application in here. So you can simply choose different kind of application or search from it. And if you go in the tab panel allow list, you'll be able to see here all of the lists that you allow to be using your network, or the blacklist in here that are prohibited to use. Now moving on, under this NAT/IPS, this feature allows multiple policies to be enforced within a single network. So you can simply select in here. But moving on, aside from setting up your policy, you could also navigate on the left side panel the filtering schedules, universal lists. While under deployments, you could also navigate these roaming clients that you can select a site and copy a site secret key in order to start installing a roaming client. Then you could also start installing DNSFilter to your Mac OS, to your Windows, Chrome OS, or even using your Android. Moving on the left side panel under this collection, from here you could also add your first collection by clicking this button to just simply fill out all of this required information under manual or even manage depending on your preferences in adding a collection that you prefer. Now under these users, from here you could also add new users, or it will show you all of your lists of users to your account. While under this sync tools, it will show you that you can simply integrate some other applications or all of the tools that are synced using your account in here. And by clicking the settings, you could also navigate to sync tool update if you want to. Now moving on to this release, from here it will show you the step-by-step process on how you can navigate the relay, such as to select configuration method, select a log level, entering a host name, and many more in here. And after that, you can now start downloading the configuration file in here using this following step. You can download or install using your Mac OS, Windows, and many more. Moving on under this reporting, it will show you a variety of options again, such as insights, appware, scheduled reports, data explorer, total requests in here. While under these insights, it will show you all of the data including the graph representation of the threads and even block requests and even all thread by domain. You could also choose different kind of categories such as in application, category, collection, user, and roaming client. Then you could also navigating this appware, scheduled reports, data explorer, organization, tool, and many more in here. And under this organization, you could also set up or customize your profile info, your users, billings, and even navigate your settings option in here. But for billing option, it will show you all of the plans that you could also upgrade, such as for basic, pro, enterprise, guest Wi-Fi, and education plan, with its corresponding prices and list of benefits it included on each plan below here. So you can simply upgrade your plan depending on your needs and the feature it offers. Now under the settings, you could also set up the two-factor authentication, the single sign-on, and even this GDPR. And aside from that, on the left side panel, you could also navigate these tools such as this SSL, certificate, DNS, query log, and even these integrations in here, where you could also start linking or installing some other applications that will be helpful to your DNSFilter account. We have here Slack, Microsoft Teams, Gmail, Twilio, and many more. So basically, DNSFilter include customizable filtering policies, unlimited domain allow or blacklist, and real-time categorization of newly registered domains, in which it also aims to deliver fast and reliable service while maintaining a focus on user-friendly management and detailed reporting capabilities. But overall, that is just basically how you can set up DNSFilter. Thank you.